Hello, guys, and welcome to the preseason here of the URC Racing League. It is season 7, if I'm not mistaken, and we're gonna race on the Yas Marina circuit. The circuit has been here since 2009. We're gonna do around 28 laps. It's gonna be a short qualifying, so that's always nice to see. Although this league is known for its long qualifying. The circuit length is around 5.5 kilometers for one lap, and the total race distance today will be 155 kilometers. The quality record has been set. My apologies. The quality record has been set by, I think it was Max Verstappen previous year. He said a 122.1. Of course, we all know the track has been changed a little bit. So that's why the laps are a little bit faster. The best lap record ever recorded was by Lewis Hamilton, I think, with a 126.1, or maybe by Max Verstappen too. I think it was by Max Verstappen too on his soft tires. Lewis Hamilton has won the most Grand Prix here. He's won a total of 5 Grand Prix. As I said, it's in the United Arab Emirates. Total of inhabitants, 10 million in total. That's quite nice to see. It's almost more than Belgium. So best overtaking opportunities, turn 1, turn 9, and all the straights. Because I mean, the straights are quite long, and you have a lot of DRS, so that's always nice to see. Last season we saw Rapid win the championship, and we're gonna see who has the pace today, because I see that there are 15 drivers, which is always nice to see. So we're gonna switch over to the screen right now. Quite a lot of people on an outlap already. We want to get these things up so that we are able to see what the drivers are forming. I'm gonna try and do something real quick with the screen, which I always do. It's to make sure the overlay looks a little cleaner. It's always a bit difficult to make sure this is in the in the right position. I think this should be sorted. Yeah, it's not totally sorted. Doesn't really matter, does it? We're still in odd lap, so it doesn't really matter too much. They were missing a bit of the race. I mean, you guys can still see the race, of course. I can't, fortunately. Well, I'll leave it like this. It looks quite clean like this. So yeah, Lewis the Beaker right now on the lap. I think there are quite a few people on the lap, including David Barry, who has just put the fastest first sector. Let's see who is the first driver here. I think it's Nat Packers. I think that's how you pronounce it. Quite sure though. So he's coming across this beautiful track here, Yas Marina Circuit, one of my favorite circuits to race on. I'm a racing driver myself, and I find it very satisfying to nail all these corners, especially here in the third sector. It's quite difficult to nail all the corners perfectly. Skills Dan has just put the fastest lap in with a 124.2. He is in a Ferrari today. I think it was in a Mercedes last season. They switched a bit of cars. Dusty Fakes with the second fastest lap of 124.3. Wasted, who has just come across the line, a 124.7. And then we've got a B1 Trappy, a 126.0. So he'll have to improve a little bit more to make sure he is going to put himself in the top, 3, because it looks quite fast out here today. We got David Barry with a 124.2, so he's quite close to Skills then, only 100th off. Now we've got quite a few people coming across the line. Not a lot of people are exceeding track limits, which we can see by the times set today, because already 9 people have put in a lap. And that's very remarkable to see, because usually the first few laps it's quite difficult for people to get known to the track. So that means they must have had a little bit of practice before this race. So that's always good to see. Okay, I didn't know that. So Nat Packers is apparently a girl. I think it's the only girl in the league, which is quite crazy to see, because I haven't seen many woman racers in any leagues actually. I think this is one of the first women I've seen league racing. So she puts herself at the top at the moment, so she's beating all the boys. I'm not sure if you're actually joking or not. I'm just gonna call it, you know. I'll ask it in the chat because if I'm calling him or her a man or a woman, there we go. Okay. So we're back at it again with skills. Then, back in third place actually, he's got beaten by his teammate. Um, and he's on another lap, but he's 2 seconds slower, so that's not too great to see. We've got wasted right now on the lap. He's 1/10 faster, but he's got the McLaren driver right behind him. I'm not quite sure if he's gonna let him go through. He's 7/10 slower, so I do think he's gonna let the McLaren driver, I am Liam, see through. He was in the Williams last season, and I think he's won a race actually. Not quite sure where he's ended up in the standings. Let's have a quick look. He came in, no idea because I only have the uh, results of last race. I forgot to put the standings of the last race in, so my apologies for that. But yeah, I mean, people make mistakes, you know. So yeah, Abu Dhabi. I mean, I've got some great races here. I also got a few bad races here because if you're not really with clean people, your race can end up horribly into the wall, like mine did. No, it actually didn't. You know, here was the thing. I was fighting for the title, and I had an annoying driver in front of me, which was actually someone who is supposed to be in the lobby today. It's called Swipes, and he was their last race too of the URC Racing League. And yeah, the problem was his teammate, which was called Sap. He was uh, he was a few points behind me, and Swipes got the order to hold me back, and he crashed me into the wall, and I had broken front wings and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, it was quite an horrendous race. It was quite an horrendous season too because we had a lot of discussions, but we were all good now. And I became a commentator. He became a racer for a couple of leagues, so that's great to see. And right now I'm Liam C on the lap, and it didn't look too great in sector two. I think he lost the traction there somewhere because he ended up in the wall a little bit, and he's going too wide. So I think he'll come in for new tires, try to get in a better lap, because of course these tires are a little bit worn out because it's quite a long track, you know. It's a lot of long straights, and especially these corners are quite well harsh for your tires. I'm not quite sure how to explain, but yeah, it's looking great for all the drivers. A lot of drivers in the 124s, actually 8 drivers, so that's 7/10 between first and eighth place. That's not too wrong, to be honest. We've got Piastron, who hasn't really put a good lap in. He's gonna try and put a good lap in right now, so we're gonna have a look at his POV. And I think they've done something wrong with the settings. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's because it's qualifying as he is losing the car here. I think he must have had a broken front wing, but he's got to watch out for all the people. Ooh, that's very annoying. That's very disappointing. Well, I mean, what can you do, you know? Um, it's a glitch in the game. He apparently he was blocking the pit lane. He just crashed out of that corner, but it's very dangerous there. So we're gonna get back to skills then, as he was showing some great pace earlier. He's 3/10 up, so we're gonna see him coming across the line as he is putting a 123.8. So he's improving by 8/10. No, 4/10. My apologies. So yeah, great lap from skills then. I'm not quite sure what the best quality lap is here. It's a 122.1. So these guys have got a lot of to improve, but I mean, is it really comparable a game to in real life F1? I don't think it is. David Perry right now in a lap, he's almost 1/10 improving as he's coming across this last sector, so he might be able to improve just a little more. as he is coming into the pits, it doesn't seem like he was improving too much, as it seemed like it was a very good lap, but he aborted that one. Not Packers right now. Uh, let me have a look. The person is coming across the third sector right now. Rapid has just put the fastest lap in 123.7. Very unfortunate. We didn't have a look at that. So Nat Packers right now, he's coming. Well, he or she is coming across the line. 2 tenths improvements, not too bad, not too good either. And it's the same quality time here for P2 and P3. That's amazing to see. 123.843. That's only, well, separated by 0 thousandths. So that's something remarkable. We've not seen too many times here on my commentary page. And if you guys wanna go to my YouTube channel, all my previous races have been saved there, because I mean Twitch doesn't really save my my streams here on the Twitch platform, because I mean I understand that the algorithm, it's too much of a hassle to um to save all the streams that all the streamers are keeping up with. So I've posted them on YouTube, and you are able to see them on YouTube. My YouTube channel is VB Thomas double S. As we are seeing Tormund right now, he's coming across the last few corners, but I don't think he will be able to improve. So he might do another lap, or he might try to come into the pits and try to get another set of tires. Wasted right now. Has lost his car. It doesn't seem like he has too big of an accident. So that's always great to see, as he is going quite wide to leave some space for the Ferrari driver who is coming across the last few corners here. It's the Ferrari driver, Jamal. Looking very strong. He's in fourth right now. Great lap he's put in, a 124.2. Um, I mean, he validated his lap right now, so he'll probably coming to the pits. He is gonna try another lap, so he's gonna use these old tires to set another lap with. I don't think it's gonna be possible, because it's quite rare people putting in a faster lap with old tires, but we're gonna see, right now. First sector. This is a sector where Piastro lost his car, and he blocked the pit entry. Well, the pit exit actually. Jamal now with the fastest first sector, 1.3 tenths improvement. So he might be able to set a good lap here. He's gonna be a little bit of a dangerous. Well, how do you call it? Villain, if that's a word, villain for Rapid, because Rapid, the defending world champion of last season, is gonna try and put a great example for this season too, because I mean it's only preseason. Box for Wets. Hello Rob, long time no see. So yeah, it's gonna be great. Jamal is improving by 4 tenths right now. Great to see. But what was I talking about again? Oh yeah. So Rapid has something to prove, because he was first in the championship last season, and he's gonna try and set a good example here. It's Abu Dhabi. It's a preseason race, so it's a good way to show your pace already. Because I mean, if you're down below here, such as Spillage, Trappy, and Panda, they're not really showing some great pace, and then the competitors are not going to think, oh, he's going to be a fast guy, because we see a 135, a 126, a 126. That's nowhere near a 123. It's 3 seconds off, and I mean that's not really dangerous for the competitors here at the top to, well, be scared of all the other drivers. There's only going to be a couple of more drivers on the lap right now. B1 Trappy, 2 minutes 25, 2 minutes 2 minutes 25 it was, yeah. So he's going to come across the finish line here to start another lap. Thank you very much for the subscription, Rob. I'm not sure if I get the money though, so don't subscribe, because I don't think I've got the settings right. But thanks a lot anyway. So yeah, Trappy going slower with only 1.710, so he might be able to improve a little bit, but not too sure if that's going to be enough. He's going a little bit slower. He has enough energy to use on the main straights, which is always good to see. You see a lot of drivers coming across the finish line try to set another lap with only 12% of battery, and then yeah, you have no chance of setting a better lap because I mean you lose 2 3 tenths on the first straight without energy, you lose 2 3 tenths on the second straight without any battery. So I mean there's no real purpose of going for another lap when you have no battery. But he had a little bit. He has still 37 left, so he's gonna try and come across the third sector right now. He's going quite fast. He almost exceeded track limits there, not completely, as I do think he's gonna set a better lap in. Not too sure what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a 124 to 125.0, so he's gonna place himself in P12, only beating Panda, who's right now in a lap 4 tenths improvement. And he has got the Ferrari right behind him, so that's gonna be a little bit of dangerous thing, because I'm not sure if he knows, but both Ferrari drivers are on outlap. So maybe the Ferrari driver has to back off a little bit because Panda might think that the Ferrari driver is on a fast lap and then he's gonna let him through. But I mean, if I was the driver, I wasn't gonna do it. The Ferrari driver just needed to leave a little bit more space. It's what I would think myself. He's taking quite a lot of exit there. That's very good for gaining speed into that second last corner. He's coming across the line right now, 125.2, so he's not really gonna improve in positions. He improved by 8 tenths, but it's not gonna be enough, and he differenced by 1.5 seconds to the first person. So there's a yellow flag actually in sector 1, and it seems like someone was putting in the fastest first sector. It was David Barry, who was already showing some great pace in the first few laps. But I mean, I think here's the thing. I didn't I didn't look at his battery, so I think when he put in the second lap time, I think he had no battery because he was improving in the first sector, and then in the second sector he was losing like 5 or 6 tenths, and I didn't really know why that was. He might have had a crash, but I think I know he was on a second lap and he might have not had any battery. So he has also put in the fastest second sector. So I think Barry is the new competitor of Rapid this season. There are quite a few drivers on the lap right now, and I think one of the Ferraris is going to come across the line, and it doesn't seem like any of the Ferraris have improved. So I think they are done for the qualifying. David Barry right now taking a lot of exit there, like a lot of drivers do. Second last corner, he has some great speed towards there. He might put a 123.8. He's going to put himself in P4. So the qualifying is done right now. Every driver who is finishing their lap is able to finish their laps, as we are going to look at skills again, only improving by 8 tenths, 8 thousandths, my apologies. Jamal, who is on a lap right now, and he's got to improve by a little bit to make sure he is going to keep the position. It doesn't look too great. It's set that he was 12 seconds behind, so I don't think it's looking too great for the Ferrari driver. Louis de Beaker isn't going to be able to set another lap in. And I think Rapid is going to be on another lap. He is improving. He is improving by a little bit. Is it going to be enough to place them, well, to secure the P1? I mean, it looks quite secure at the moment, but not Packers. David Barry and Dusty, well, Dusty isn't really on a lap anymore, but the other two are still on a lap, and they looked quite fast. So it's going to be not Packers putting in the first position time right now, and Rapid really has to improve by a little bit. Is it going to be enough? It is going to be enough with 1.3 tenths. Rapid places himself in P1. Nat Packers places himself, well, him or her. We still don't know what Nat Packers is. And David Barry, who is on a lap right now, but I don't expect him to improve. So he's going to come across the line, as there is no one out on track anymore. Well, I mean, of course, everyone is still on track, but nobody is on a lap. So yeah, that was gonna be your. I'm not sure. Biggery. I don't think Nat is a female. Listening to his name, but I'm still gonna call him person or something. I'm gonna ask it in chat because we don't want to make anyone mad, if we're not sure what he or her is. So yeah, this is going to be your qualifying results. And it seems like Rapid has put in the fastest lap, like we knew. But Rapid has changed teams. I think he was with Mercedes last season, or maybe Red Bull. Right now, he's in the Aston Martin. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the strategy prediction. As I'm doing something real quick, it might take a few seconds. There we go. It's already fixed. So I'm gonna get the strategies up real quick, because I mean, Abu Dhabi, quite a difficult, quite a difficult track and corners. In my opinion, the best strategy to go for is a medium hard strategy, because Abu Dhabi, it's not really a track where you see a lot of DNFs. Um, maybe in the first sector, maybe in the first sector. My apologies. But I mean, it's still quite rare there. Maybe when someone loses their car, but even if you lose your car, you're not really gonna get DNF straight away. But yeah, if you don't want to go for a medium hard strategy, you might go for a soft hard strategy, depending on what safety car you think there's gonna be. And then you've got the soft medium strategy if you want to be more secure of your tires. Well, tire degradation wise, then, because if you don't want too hot tires, go for the medium hard strategy, because those are the tires that carry less warmth, hot, uh heat, that was it. So it carries the less heat, and what compared to the soft tires, because if you're on the soft tires, especially here in Abu Dhabi, you're gonna get into the wall after 5 laps. And especially it's 29 laps, so it's quite a long track. I think I made a little mistake on my track information, because it said 28 laps. My apologies for that. But yeah, we're gonna get straight into the game. The drivers are still having a little warm-up session, so we might talk about the results from last race, as we see that Rapid has put in the P1, which made him world champion in the Dutch Grand Prix. Now we've got Skills Dan in P2 and Swipes in P3. He couldn't be here, unfortunately. P4 is for Spillage, who is right now in P6, so he's improved by a little bit in the qualifying session. We must have missed it. But yeah, great lap from the Alfa Romeo driver, who was driving in the Williams, if I can. No, he was driving in the Red Bull. Then we've got Dusty. Dusty is right now in P5, so he's quite the same pace. And if we've got a few other drivers, especially the DNF drivers, um, yeah, it doesn't look too great because they're all at the bottom at the moment. So yeah, let's have a look at the race. It's gonna be Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It's a preseason for the undisputed racing championship. Great league, you know. They only have 48 people in the Discord, but they're a friendly community. They're very welcome to people who are new to driving, actually, who are new to driving or who are quite advanced at driving, because we see people like Rapid, they are quite used to driving, you know. But then we've got people like I don't want to say he's slow, but Panda hasn't really put in some great results. So I would call him a more beginning driver. And yeah, everyone is welcome in this league, and that's great to see. The McLaren driver who's doing a little bit of tricky things there, and coming into the pit. Well, not really the pit. What is it called? The grid, as it's gonna be 5 red lights as you're going on in 3, 2, 1. There we go. 3, 2, 1, and it's 5 lights. And away we go for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix here in the United Arab Emirates. It's gonna be Nat Packers not keeping the first position. It's gonna be side by side, and it's gonna be Nat Packers losing his car in the first few corners. Rapid didn't really touch the William the what is it called, the Alpine drivers, so he's gonna be clean. He's not going to get reported, as there's going to be a lot of things happening here, especially with the AlphaTauri right now, who's going to make a move on the Red Bull. It doesn't seem too great. He doesn't really have a setup for the long straight. Is it going to be Torman who's going to make a move on the inside of the Ferrari? No, the Ferrari is going to try and take it outside of the Williams. Is it going to be enough? Maybe the Red Bull of Trappy. He has got quite a bit of straight line speed, so he might be able to overtake the AlphaTauri driver, who isn't really having too much great straight line speed. And let's have a look what it's going to be. This is quite a tricky corner, as people might miscalculate their sector 3, quite a difficult sector. Oh, and the Red Bull driver touches the AlphaTauri driver. Quite unfortunate, but such things happen here in Abu Dhabi, and it's going to be no one quite near each other. Maybe Liam Z, maybe Tronsik, who is quite close to Red Bull. The Red Bull driver coming into the pits rapid has just put the fastest lap in, which is quite obvious because he's the first driver. So 4 or 5 people coming into the pits, and it's going to be race on for Dusty Fakes. 6/10 behind Spillage right now, and Spillage quite a few positions up. He began in 6th, and right now he's in 4th. So we saw a few crashes in the beginning of Nat Packers, who finds him or herself in P9 at the moment. 110 behind the AlphaTauri driver. Is it going to be enough? Let's have a look. He's not going to have DRS yet. He has the ERS, and the AlphaTauri driver is not really known for having great straight line speed. So we're going to have a look what's going to happen here. Nat Packers, is he going to make a move on the inside? He's not. So he's going to keep it behind him, and he's going to keep it clean, you know. Not really any any reason for being too aggressive yet, as there's going to be a yellow flag, and we saw a Red Bull driver on the sideline, and I think that's going to be B1 Trappy. So very unfortunate for him, but yeah, it's lap 2. If you already can't keep a car on the track, you're not very likely to make it till the end of the season cleanly. So there's a safety car already. So we're gonna have a little break, as we're gonna have a look at the safety car, the beautiful safety car pictures and video tapes and footage, as I'm gonna be back in a few seconds. Oh, my sound wasn't even on, so I'm gonna put the sound of the game on, so my apologies for that. There we go. So I will be right back, guys, and have fun listening to the, what's it called, the game sound. Alright guys, here I'm back. So we are at the preseason race of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix here in URC, or Undisputed Racing Championship. It's looking quite great for Rapid right now. He's already got the fastest lap, P1 in qualifying. Did he have P1 in qualifying? Or was it Nat Packers, who actually DNF'd? Not quite sure what happened with him or her. Very unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, such things happen under safety car. And I'm happy to tell that Nat Packers is indeed a girl. I missed that, unfortunately. So, yeah. And according to Nick Pope Liam, he is a 3. So, it's quite amazing. We are seeing some 3s racing, but you know, you never know these days. Liam Z. I think it's Liam Z. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, there's gonna be, I think there's gonna be either another lap of safety car or it's gonna be in already because all the drivers are close enough. And we're waiting for the message, and we want to see what drivers actually are started on the medium tires. Let's have a look tire wise, and it's only gonna be Jamal who started on these hard tires. Together with Liam Z, Piastron, and Wasted. I mean, they already made a pit stop, so it's only going to be Jamal who started on the hard tires. And all the other drivers have started on medium tires, so that's great to see. As we're going to have a safety car restart. A little bit of ASMR. We don't want any ASMR. This is racing. This is some brutality. This is... URC as we're going to start the race again, and he's going quite fast. Skills Dan didn't really expect that. Neither did the other driver, David Barry, as they already have a little bit of a distance of 7/10 to each other. Spillage has also been caught sleeping. He's already 1 second off, and the only driver who's not really been sleeping is Torman and Liamsey, who is 110 behind, so he's gonna make a move here in sector 1, maybe in corner, well, turn, what is it, 5? Not quite sure. Skills then tried to make a move, and David Barry, we might have lost it, but he didn't really have a great corner in turn 3, so he's lost his car, and it doesn't look too great for the Alpine driver. It is actually. Skills down right now, 4/10 behind Rapid. Is it gonna be enough to make a move here in the second sector? I don't think it is. The straight is quite long, but it doesn't have DRS yet. So it might be after sector 3, because I mean sector 3 is quite a difficult sector to overtake in. We're gonna have a look at Torman, who is making a move on the McLaren driver. It doesn't look too clean, and the McLaren driver has driven a little wide. Is it gonna be enough for the Mercedes driver to make the move? I don't think it is, and it is not going to be, because I mean the third sector, as I said, is quite difficult to overtake. Quite some fast corners to the left and the right, and it's quite dangerous to overtake there. Piastron might make a move on Williams C though. I am Liam C, my apologies. Skills then just put the fastest lap in. As we see that Piastron just made the turn, well, the thing that Max Verstappen did at his final lap of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix last season. He slid a bit over the curb. That's always nice to see, taking a little bit of a risk there. As we're gonna get back to Panda here, because he is making some moves on Lewis the Beaker, but he doesn't have too great internet connection, so he is really glitching everywhere, and it doesn't look too great for that driver, because he might get kicked out of his seat because he has such bad internet connection. Very unfortunate, but I mean, it's quite annoying for all the other drivers to drive with someone who has bad internet connection. And I'm very unfortunate for him having such a bad internet connection. Liam Z is making a move on the AlphaTauri driver right now. Is it gonna be enough? It doesn't look like, well, it does look like it. He has made the move done, and there's gonna be a yellow flag in sector 2. And it is gonna be Lewis the Beaker. Oh, Piastron, is he gonna make the move here in sector 3? The AlphaTauri driver is driving a little bit slower. He might make the move here into the inside. It doesn't look too great for him, as he's leaving a little bit of space between the drivers. And the Williams driver might make a move here on Pana. Is it gonna be enough? I think it is. He has the DRS, I think. He doesn't have the DRS yet, but after this lap, he is gonna get the DRS on the main straight. as it is very, very good to have DRS here in Abu Dhabi. But Wasted will also have DRS because he is within 1 second of Piastron. Piastron will also have DRS, and the biggest loser of the night is going to be Tormund if he doesn't get into that 1 second of the McLaren driver. Spillage has lost his car. He is into the wall right now. Very unfortunate. I thought I saw a little bit of a wing there at the exit, but I mean, he's got to come in and get some new tires and some new front wings. So it doesn't look too great yet. Piastron is quite close to Tormund right now. Okay, Lewis, I understand. I think it's you. Yeah, it was really bad though. And Piastron making a move on the inside right now. But it's not over yet. Is the AlphaTauri driver going to keep it on track? He is actually. Who is going to come out on top? Is it going to be a question? He made a little bit of an interesting move there, Piastron, in my opinion, which caused Tormund to get into the wall. Very unfortunate move there, and it doesn't look too clean at the moment. Rapid has just put in the fastest lap, and Skillsdan is nowhere near Rapid at the moment. Dusty isn't near Skillsdan either, so Jamal, he's 4 tenths behind Dusty. Is it gonna be enough? He's coming across the first sector, and he might have the DRS in the second and the third sector, as that's gonna look very good because the driver right in front of him doesn't have any DRS, and he has the DRS indeed. Who has the straight line speed? Let's have a look. It is gonna be Jamal with the straight line speed though. With it, I don't think. I mean, he's not really getting any closer. He only gained like 2-3 tenths, but he has the DRS 2 in sector. Well, it is sector 2 still, but the second main straight. As he's losing a little bit of his car, losing a little bit of traction, so he will have the DRS, but he fell back a little bit, and we see that Liamsey is quite close to Tronzik right now. Rapid, he might have lost his car. He actually did. Very unfortunate for the Aston Martin driver, as he is coming across the track, actually not very clean, not very sportsmanship like, as he's just blocking all the other players to get past him. And yeah, it's gonna be Skillsdan in P1 right now. Doesn't look too great for Rapid. He's in P4 right now, and he might have boiling tires. He's not coming into the pits, as I don't think he should either. Liamsey right now 3 or 4 tenths behind Tronzik, but Tronzik has a little bit of a lucky day because he wouldn't have the DRS without Rapid in front of him. Liam 2 tenths. Is he gonna make a move here? He actually is. Is it gonna be clean? It is gonna be extremely clean between these two, especially in turn 4 or 3. I'm not quite sure. It's quite remarkable to go side by side there, because it's a corner where you're spinning out quite easily, as we saw. I think it was Rapid. No, it wasn't Rapid. Who was it? Spillage, I think it was. No, Piastron in the qualifying. As we're gonna see Liamsey making a move on the outside of Tronzik. Is Tronzik gonna make the dive bomb? He actually isn't. He's leaving quite a bit of space, and that was a clean move from Liamsey on the outside. Tronzik right now must be furious. I'm not quite sure what the word is, but he must be furious. He's gonna try and make the move again, but Piastron is coming, and is it gonna be enough? He's 6 tenths slower than his fastest lap, but he's on the hard tire, so that's quite logical. Still 20 laps to go here for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Let's have a look what Piastron is coming back to, because he had a bit of an unlucky qualifying, but he came from 15th to 7th, so that's already 8 places gained. Wasted with the first penalty of the day. It's going to be a 3-second penalty for crossing the track. Rapid right now. Is it gonna be overtaking Jamal? That's gonna be a good question, because Jamal has got to bring out some Fernando Alonso or Checo Perez defending skills here on Abu Dhabi. Maybe Checo Perez is a little bit suiting better, because I mean, he had a great, what's it called? He had a great defending spree here in Abu Dhabi last season. So yeah, he has the DRS. Does Jamal have the DRS? He doesn't look too great to have the DRS, and he doesn't actually. Panda retired from the session, and I don't think, well, it is actually going to be a safety car. So that's going to be the second safety car of the night. Only 10 laps have passed yet, and I do think there's gonna come a little bit more safety cars, which I made a little mistake in the pre talks about this. Well, the pre-race. What is it called? The pre-race information. I'm not quite sure, but in the pre-race information, I gave a little bit of false information. I thought there wasn't gonna be a lot of safety cars, but we're 10 laps past and there's already 2 safety cars going on. So we're gonna take a little break here, as it is gonna be a safety car, and we will be with you shortly. Just saying, quite a lot of people are coming into the pits except for Piastron, who is on the hard tires right now. So I think all these drivers will go onto hard tires or medium tires. It seems like Liam C is going onto medium tires, and all the other drivers are going onto hard tires. So that's a little bit of an information for you during the safety car. All right, all right, all right. Not everyone has, well, added themselves to the, what is it? What is it called, guys? The little line when every driver is right behind the safety car. I want to Google it though. But yeah, everyone has not added themselves to the safety car line, as we are still waiting for Spillage and David Barry, who are gonna be able to make a little bit of a comeback race, as there's already 4 people DNF'd, and they're gonna be able to, well, I mean, if one of the drivers, here's the thing, if Spillage wins 1 more position, he's gonna have points. If David Barry loses 1 position, he's not gonna have points. So that's a little bit of the psychology thing behind racing. But I mean, it's still a preseason race. It's not really for points. It's more to see, like, where are you compared to your competitors. And I mean, it's looking quite great for Skills Dan. Piastron, I mean, is it looking great for Piastron? He was 15th when he started the race. Before the safety car, he was around P7, I think he was. Right now he's P1, but he hasn't made a pit stop yet, as that's still to come. As we want to see what the constructors were looking like last season after the Dutch Grand Prix, and it was Mercedes being in P1. Oh yeah, I remember it was Skills Dan and what was it called? Rapid, who were teammates. But yeah, Mercedes in P1, and then we've got Red Bull in P2. I'm not quite sure who was that again. You know, we had Alpine in P3 with quite a few points less, as they didn't score any points in the Netherlands. And the team with the least points was Ferrari, but it looks very great for Ferrari this season, because they got Jamal and Skills Dan, as the safety car is coming in this lap, as we're gonna come across the line for the 13th lap of the race in a few seconds. Let's see who's gonna get caught sleeping, you know, because last safety car restart we saw quite a few people sleeping, especially Skills Dan. But I don't think Piastron is gonna catch Skills Dan sleeping, because I mean Piastron has older tires and he is already going. So let's have a look what's happening here. And Skills Dan is quite close to Piastron, so they might have a little move into sector 1, especially with Piastron having a little bit of a older tire, and it doesn't look like anyone is gonna make a move. They're not really close to each other. Maybe Wasted, he's 4 tenths behind Torman, and Skills Dan is 3 tenths behind Piastron. He doesn't have the DRS yet. I am Liamsy is making the move on Transic, and those two are gonna have a battle the whole race, I think, because they're so equal to each other. Look, they're making moves every lap and they're keeping it so clean. Let's have a look with his POV. He's not going too wide, leaving some moves, well, some space for Transic, who is not having a great traction out of that corner, as it's gonna be Liam C for P6 at the moment. And Tormund, he's not really too close, so we're not gonna focus on that. Skills Dan is 2 tenths behind Piastron. So let's have a look if he's gonna make the move work. Is it gonna be enough into the third sector? I don't think it's gonna be. He's gonna have to wait till sector 1 or sector 2. As I think there was a Marshall sneezing. Did you guys hear that? Oh, it's quite funny. We heard a chew very hard in the background, but doesn't really matter. It's gonna be Skills Dan right now, right behind Piastron, and he's gonna have the DRS, I think, on the main straight in sector 2, and then the second straight in sector 2. Rapid just made the move work on Dusty Fakes in sector 1, so it's actually an opportunity to make the move work there. Dusty Fakes, is he gonna make a dive bomb in sector 1? In what am I saying, guys? It looked like Jamal was making the move on Dusty Fakes, and he actually did. Let's have a look. Who is going to come out on top? Who has the most straight line speed? Is it going to be the Aston Martin, or is it going to be the Williams? My apologies. Is it going to be the Ferrari, or is it going to be the Williams? Because the Aston Martin was right in front of him, and it's going to be Jamal who is coming right on top. Jamal, is he going to make the move on Rapid? I don't think he is. Tormund right now is having a battle with Wasted, and he has made the move. Don Wasted, who has already got a 3-second penalty, so it's not looking too great because he's the only driver who has a penalty yet. He's gonna make the dive bomb work into this corner in sector 3. It's not gonna be enough. He's not gonna come on top there, as it looks like David Berry is coming quite a bit closer to the Aston Martin driver, and I don't think, well, I mean, I'm gonna keep saying this, nobody's gonna make a move into sector 3, as we saw DMC there losing a front wing. Very unfortunate for him, and the DRS is enabled this lap, so that's always great to see overtaking opportunities. Rapid right now, quite close, and he's sandwiched in between the Ferraris, as we see quite a few people getting in some penalties. Liam C retiring from the session, quite unfortunate for him, but he had a 5-second penalty, and he wasn't really gonna get any close anymore without a safety car. So there's a yellow a yellow flag in sector 3. I don't think it's gonna cause any safety cars, as we might see some overtaking opportunities here. Skill Dan maybe making a move on Piastron. He actually is, and I need to sneeze, but it's not coming. It's very annoying to talk with, but Piastron right now, is he gonna stick it? He isn't. He has not got the DRS. He actually has the DRS. Is he gonna make another move here? Maybe on the outside into the first corner of sector 3. He made the move work. Is he gonna come out on top? He sure has more traction coming out of that corner, and the Aston Martin might benefit out of that. Is it gonna be enough? I don't think it is. The position did not really change after sector 1, and it's still gonna be Piastron P1, Skills Dan P2, Rapid P3, as we are seeing Skills Dan almost making a move, and they're gonna have DRS later on the race, later on this lap, as they're just coming across the 15th lap of the race, going into the 16th right now. Skills Dan 4 tenths behind, Rapid 3 tenths behind. Jamal three tenths behind, and we see Dusty Fake coming quite a little closer. He's within that 1 second range already, so he's gonna have the DRS too. And we see that Tronic is also coming a little bit closer, as I need to sneeze quite heavily, so I'm gonna put out my microphone real quick so you guys don't get any ear rapings. Be right back. We're seeing the Ferrari having more traction than Piastron. He's gonna come out on top here into the third sector actually, and it's gonna be moved on for Skills Dan on Piastron, and I think he's gonna be furious. He's gonna try and keep it behind him, but he has the slower tires. I mean, he has more old tires, you know, and the older your tires are, the slower they are. And we're gonna see some overtaking opportunities here for Dusty Fakes. Is it gonna be enough to make a move on Jamal? Let's have a look here in Sector 3. I've said it enough, Sector 3 a very difficult sector to overtake in. It's not impossible. But Rapid is going to try here on Piastron. He has a better exit. And Piastron might caught a little warning there, as I think he already has 2 warnings on the board. Rapid right now, 2 tenths behind. Is he going to make a move here in Sector 1? Going side by side. It is not looking like that. He is touching the curb quite heavily there, and that might cost him the few positions he is having already. Because I mean, if you touch that curb, you're gonna lose your car. And he has the DRS, and so does Piastron, so does Jamal, and so does Dusty Fakes. Who is gonna come in P1? It's still gonna be Skills Dan, but Rapid just made the move on Piastron as he's closing in a little bit in, because we saw that the Ferrari driver's right in front of Piastron. Rapid right now in P2. Is he gonna make the move on Skills Dan? I'm not sure. Let's have a look. It doesn't look too great, as Skills Dan has still got the P1 position. Maybe Jamal here on Piastron. That's a great move. He made the move done. Wasted another 3-second penalty, as it's not really the night he has wished for. But it's gonna be Piastron dropping down to P4 and maybe even P5 if Dusty Fakes is gonna make a move into turn 3, what am I saying? Sector 3. And they're coming across the start-finish line to start lap 18. Rapid is really showing some great pace. He was down the bottom at the middle of the race because he has crashed, but he's making up some big positions at the moment thanks to the safety car. And right now he finds himself in P2, quite close to Skills Dan, only 4 tenths. And Jamal is losing a little bit of time, so is Piastron, because he's fighting with Dusty Fakes at the moment. Dusty has the DRS, he has the ERS, he's gonna use it indeed. Is he gonna make the move work? I don't think he should. He should wait for the second DRS straight, but he is not really waiting. He's gonna make the move work on the inside of this corner in Sector 2. He's gonna wait. Very smart from him to get the DRS. He doesn't have a great exit, so he's not gonna make the move work into the first corner of the third sector, as we're coming across the third sector line at the moment with Skills Dan still being in P1 and Rapid being in P2, Jamal being in P3, and it would be amazing to see both Ferraris ending in the top 3. Rapid right now, he's taking quite a bit of curb, so that's always great to see, because the more curb you take, the more exit speed you got, you know. Because you're going a little bit wider, you can close in on to the corner quite heavily, so that's always great to see. Rapid right now at 3 tenths behind. He is gonna have the DRS. Does he actually have fresher tires? That's a question. Piastron surely doesn't have the fresher tires. Let's have a look at his tire. He's already 17 laps on these hard tires, and I think he'll stay on these tires till the end of the race. Not a great strategy, but I mean, he was 7th after before the safety car, so he's still got a little bit of an advantage. Jamal has got the soft tires on. That's a risky move, because he still has got to do 10 laps on these soft tires, and he surely thinks there's gonna be a safety car, but I wouldn't hope too much on the safety cars. Spillage has made the move work on Torman. Torman is gonna get back. who's going to come out on top. And Spillage has gone a little bit too deep, in my opinion, crashing out Tormund there. And David Barry leaving quite a bit of space for Tormund to come back on track. So we're going to get back to P1 as it's going to be Dusty Fakes and Piastron making another move there. Turn 9, I think it is. And Piastron has found himself in P5 right now. He's really dropping down positions quite rapidly because all these drivers in front of him has gotten fresher tires, and also Transic and Wasted and Spillage have gotten fresher tires. And maybe here's the thing, what Piastron has to do, try to keep Transic and Wasted behind him for as long as he can, because they got penalties anyway, or maybe go behind them, just sit in behind and stick within those 3 seconds, and then you will get the P6 anyway. But yeah, it's still gonna be Skills Dan at the moment in P1, and there's gonna be a yellow flag in sector 1, and it seems like that's gonna be Spillage, who is crashed out in turn 3, I think it is. Turn 2, turn 3, turn 3. Rapid is not really too brave to make a move there on the inside, but he's got great exit speed, and he's got the DRS, and he's got the ERS. He's not really using any ERS. I think he's saving that for later in the race, but he's getting held up a little bit by the Ferrari driver. And I think what Skills Dan is trying to do, he's trying to hold back Rapid as much as possible to make sure that Jamal gets back to them, so that Jamal can have a little battle with the Aston Martin driver, as they're coming quite close there, below 1/10 in my opinion. And he had a little bum kiss, I'm not sure how I should call it, but it was a little bum kiss for Skills Dan. And it's gonna be Jamal coming into the pits, getting on some fresher tires, as there wasn't really any tire to choose after the safety car restart. Piastro under 5-second penalty, speeding in the pit lane. His tires are dying too, and his Skills Dan gonna end in P1. That's gonna be the question. I mean, it's quite difficult, you know. 4 10s. Rapid has got a little bit more of a battery. He has the DRS, and he's gonna try, I think, and make a move here. Or is he gonna stick behind him till the end of the race? I think he is, actually. He's gonna wait and stick till the end. Well, stick behind him till the end of the race. And just after lap 27, 28, he's gonna make the move where he can just defend the shit out of his car. Wasted right now, 5/10s behind Transic. Both drivers are really sticking with each other and trying to make a spectacular race out of this. Let's say it like that, because in Belgium we say spectacle, but I don't think that's even a word in English. Rapid right now 3/10s. I'm not really going any closer to this, because I don't think Rapid's intentions are overtaking Skills Dan till lap 25, 26. So let's have a look at Wasted right now. Maybe David Barry, who's coming quite closer. Is it gonna be enough? Piastron does have some points on the board. He has 1 point if he wins. Well, if he stays in this position. So that's what I mean, guys. On such tracks, it's not really important to retire on track when there's like 15 people left, because like we see here with 15 people at the beginning of the race, 5 people have DNF, so you're very secure of points. And David Barry right now, right behind Wasted. He has the DRS and Wasted doesn't, so I think Barry is gonna make the move. Piastron DNF'd in the same corner as he did earlier in qualifying, and there is gonna be another safety car. And it's gonna be exciting to see who's gonna come into the pits for new fresher tires, because all these drivers have been on 11 lap old hards, and I think Wasted is gonna come in for new tires because he is on 12 lap old mediums. And the thing I would do right now is go into the pits and go for soft tires, because you're able to overtake so many people on the soft tires, especially in sector 3. compared to, well, if you compare fresh soft tires with 11 lap old hard tires, it's always going to be a little bit difficult to defend with, well, with hard tires. And I'm gonna share the link real quick for all the drivers that have lost their car. So yeah, there's gonna be quite a few people coming in. It's gonna be Wasted. It's gonna be Jamal. It's not gonna be Jamal. It's gonna be all the other drivers. Only Jamal is staying on track. So it's gonna be Skills Dan coming into the pits. The Rapid coming into the pits. Dusty Faith coming into the pits. Transic. Actually, everyone is coming into the pits except for Jamal. And here's the dangerous part. Let's say you are Skill Dan. You're coming into the pits. You're really hoping that all the other drivers behind you are coming into the pits too. Because if that's not gonna happen, he's gonna fall back to P9 and he's gonna overtake 8 people. Piastron just has left the session, so that's always unfortunate to see, because we might see a little glitch of the lobby. We saw that in F121, the game, but it doesn't appear too much in F122 game. It seems like there's gonna be quite a few people right now who are on soft tires. Let's have a look who has chosen the soft tires. Everyone except for Jamal. And you know what the thing is? Jamal, okay, I'm very excited about this. So let's say Jamal was keeping his tires fresh till lap 27, 28. Will he have fresher tires than the soft tires who have just came into the pits? Because the medium tires go longer. And it's still gonna be 6 laps onto soft tires. And we saw, I think it was Jamal himself who went into the pits after 8 laps of softs. So I think that's a little bit of a, how do I say this? A little bit of a risky decision that Jamal made, because he was P4, I think he was, or P3. I think it was P3 before that safety car. He is P1 right now, after the safety car, well, during the safety car, of course. But is he going to lose a lot of positions? Because Skills Dan is definitely going to be faster in the beginning of the race. Rapid is definitely going to be faster, especially when they have DRS. And Dusty is especially going to be faster. Everyone is going to be faster because they're on soft tires. Maybe Transic, Wasted, David Barry, Spillage, and Tormund not, because they're not really showing some great pace here on this racetrack. But he's definitely gonna lose like 3 or 4 positions to Skills Dan, Rapid, Dusty, who are currently on the soft tires. He did gain 6 positions though. I think he started P7 at the beginning of the race. Not really great qualifying. But right now he's in P1. He's got 6 positions gained. Skills Dan has got 1 position gain, and Rapid has lost 2. So Rapid, I think he did start from P1. Yeah, he actually did. And then we see Nat Packers start from P2. So yeah, quite a few people on soft tires right now. It's gonna be safety car, the 3rd safety car of the night, as it is the Undisputed Racing Championship preseason here around Abu Dhabi. As I'm gonna have a little wait, because I think the safety car is coming in this lap, but I need to check something real quick. Ooh, as they just released the season 7 calendar, so I might be able to give a little sneak peek. We're gonna have our first race in, mon Dieu, La France, oui, Le Castellet. So that's great to see. The season ender is gonna be a very interesting season ender. It's gonna be in China. I cannot speak any Chinese, so I'm not gonna try either. The only thing I knew from my childhood was Ni Hao Kai Lan, and there was a little Chinese girl who was on the television all the time. So yeah, Le Castellet, very interesting track to start the race with. Well, to start the season with, and especially China, his last race. Very interesting. Jamal is going very slow. He's going very slow. When is he going? He is going right now. And Skillsdan had a better line, I think, as he is very close to Jamal. I don't think Jamal made a great decision there. Skillsdan is 3 tenths behind. He has better tires, and he's gonna make the move quite quickly on his teammate. The thing here is Jamal gonna let him go by and just defend on Rapid, or what's gonna be the plan? Maybe he wants to win this race himself, as Skillsdan is having a battle with Rapid at the moment. And David Berry is quite close to all the other drivers. 2 tenths, 1 tenth, and they don't have DRS yet, so that will only be after this lap, I think, or maybe even next lap. It has to be 3 laps. And David Berry makes the move work on Wasted. Wasted is leaving a little bit of space. He has the penalty. I think he has 6 or 9 seconds of penalty, so it's not really worth battling, as we are seeing. David Berry back in P6 right now. He does have some penalties, so I think Spillage might be able to come a little closer. Skillsdan is looking to make the move on his teammate into Sector 3. And there's a little bit of a DRS train here between P1 and until P5 actually. Maybe David Berry is gonna get a little closer. Is it gonna be enough? It is gonna be enough. So from P1 till P6 we are having a DRS train, so that's gonna look great for the what's it called, the main straight, because there is a long DRS straight there. And it's only going to be in lap 27 because we're not seeing any DRS usability yet. Ooh, and Jamal is going a little bit wide. And is he going to make the move? Well, is he going to leave space for his teammate? It doesn't look like it. And they're not really having some great chemistry because they're only battling with each other at the moment. But maybe they are in a party chat with each other and just saying, yeah, you can have the race win. I'll keep Rapid up. Or maybe the opposite, you know, fuck you. Oh, my apologies for my bad word use, but that might be something they are saying, you know. I mean, is it that bad to say the F word? No, right? So yeah, Rapid right now, 5 tenths behind Skillsdan. Ooh, Skillsdan 1 tenth behind Jamal. He's gonna make the move here in Sector 3. Ooh, it's very close. Ooh, no, it's not gonna be enough. David Berry retired from the session. He's driven 26 lap, and there is gonna be another safety car. And it's not really useful to have a safety car at the moment because it has to come in after this lap. So, I mean, let's talk about the track a little bit more. So it's gonna be round 1 in France on the 17th of October. So that's gonna be next week. Then we've got Saudi Arabia, Jeddah for round 2 the week after. Now we've got Spain, Barcelona, round 3. And I think there's gonna be a sprint race in Spain, so that's always great to see. We see Miami on the calendar for round 4. There's gonna be round 5, the United States. I think it's called Trek of the Americas or something. I'm not sure. There's going to be Australia for round 6, Brazil for round 7, Portugal, which is a sprint race, for round 8, Canada round 9, and there's going to be China for the season ender. So there's going to be 10 races and 2 sprint races, so that's a great calendar. I mean, nothing to say about it. Quite you know, you don't see many iconic racing tracks. You don't see Silverstone, you're not seeing Spa. Well, Silverstone wasn't there either last calendar, so that's interesting to see. We're not seeing Silverstone, we're not seeing Monaco, we're not seeing Spa, we're not seeing tracks like Abu Dhabi, Bahrain. Is there any other track to discuss? Maybe... No, I don't think so. So yeah, I mean, quite an interesting track. I'm sure they wanted to add the tracks that are new to the game, like China, Portugal. They haven't been on the calendar yet because the races, well, the tracks weren't in the game yet. And there's gonna be the safety car coming in, so it's gonna be 2 more laps after this one. And we want to look at how things are going to end, because it's looking very great for Jamal and Skills Dan. Skills Dan just has to keep Rapid behind him, and I'm not sure what the strategy is gonna be, but let's have a look. Is Jamal gonna start a little bit earlier? I think he has to go a little wide. He's not going wide. I don't know what his thought is behind that, but he's not going wide. At Skills Dan is going wide, and that's why he's coming a little bit closer every time the safety car restart is there. But Skills Dan is very close to Rapid is very close to Skills Dan at the moment. 2 tenths, and is it gonna be enough? Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna make the move here. He's just gonna wait till the DRS straight. But Skills Dan is a little lucky, because earlier he didn't have the DRS, but right now he has the DRS of Jamal. Not yet. I don't think the drivers are gonna have DRS, because it has to be 3 laps after the safety car has come in, and there's only 2 more laps on the board. So the drivers will not have DRS. So it's either gonna be ERS usage, or it's gonna be slipstream. And Rapid right now is the most intelligent driver at the moment, because he has the most ERS. And Skills Dan surely is using his ERS, so I'm not sure what the thought is behind that. The Skills Dan seems like he has the fastest second sector, even without DRS, so that's very remarkable to see. Rapid right now on the tail of Skills Dan into sector 3, a very dangerous sector. He is 2 tenths behind him. He's surely not gonna make the move work, but it might happen in sector 1, as we already saw a few side-by-side moves into the first corner, into the second corner, and into the third corner. Wasted is also 5 tenths behind Tormund, so maybe something to look out for later, as we see that Skills Dan 2 tenths, Rapid 2 tenths. And Skills Dan is losing a little bit of pace compared to Jamal, because here's the thing. Skills Dan is on soft tires, Jamal is on medium tires. Ooh, are they gonna make the move work? It is not looking great. Skills Dan is not using any ERS, and it's gonna be Jamal coming out on top. He is saving some ERS for the second straight here, and it seems like Skills Dan has great traction coming out of that corner, and he's quite close. 1.1 tenths, 1.3 tenths, 1 tenth, 900ths. Is it gonna be enough? Jamal is keeping it on the outside, and he has got better traction coming out of that corner. It's gonna be depending on who has the better traction coming out of sector 3. It is gonna be Jamal. Rapid has made the move work on Skills Dan, and Skills Dan is gonna be furious about that, because his teammate held him a little bit up for Rapid, and now it's gonna be Rapid in P2, Skills Dan P3, Dusty Fakes P4. Who is gonna come out on top? It is gonna be Jamal. Maybe it's gonna be Rapid. It is not gonna be Rapid, and we are having the finish here of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Jamal in P1, Rapid in P2, and to finish the podium it's gonna be Skills Dan. So that's always great to see, as this was your pre-season race around Abu Dhabi. Jamal is your driver of the day. Very deserved in my opinion. He went from P7 to P1 with a great strategy. A very interesting strategy. Before the safety car, he came in for medium tires, and all the other drivers with the safety car went onto soft tires, and he made it work. I find those yellow outfits disgusting. I don't want to see them ever on the podium again. As I think there's gonna be a update near the end of the week or next week, but I'm not sure. Tormund has got the fastest lap with a 1:27.0. Jamal was quite close, you know. Rapid was too quite close. So all the drivers were quite close to the fastest lap. But it's gonna be Jamal, my boy, to win the race. Well, not my boy, but you know what I mean. My man, Jamal. So yeah, this is gonna be the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix for the Undisputed Racing Championship. I'm gonna end the stream here, because I mean the race is over and we're gonna see you next week. As I thank you very much for listening to the stream. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you liked it, you know, you can always subscribe. And subscribe for YouTube. here's the thing, subscribing on YouTube is free, subscribing on Twitch is not free. So just follow me on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, so you don't have to pay any money, you know. My main goal is not to get money from YouTube or Twitch, it's just to stream, you know, for all these guys who are racing, and that's always the great thing. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you a lot for watching, and peace out.